Yes, I got a new haircut. Thanks for asking. I do think it looks pretty good. I'm late on this one by a couple of days, but let's be honest, so much has happened. There's only so much one man can do. There's only so much one man can say. There's only so much Pepsi one man can drink. So right in the middle of what is arguably YouTube's biggest scandal ever, having advertisers pull out en masse, having ad revenue for everyone on the site just crashing down, it's nice to know that not only can content that advertisements go on be offensive, but apparently advertisements can be offensive too. Who knew? So a few days ago, Pepsi released a new ad featuring Kendall Jenner, and a lot of people got a big twist up in their knickerbockers for some reason. Now, I never saw the commercial myself, because I don't care. But I figured I'm only human. So let's dissect this thing together. Let's discern the truth. Let's find what's real. Let's go on an adventure. You know that moment when old people try to relate to young people and it just falls on its face? That's what this is, I can already tell. We got young people marching for something they believe in. We got peace signs. We got some random couple making out in the background, you know, because, of course. We got some young hip photographer marking all over her photos for some reason and getting really upset about it. I don't really get that part. And then we have Kendall Jenner. Keeping it relatable. What millennial isn't a reality TV star supermodel from an incredibly rich family? I mean, really, who isn't? That was supposed to be like a really meta Instagram and like selfie culture joke, but then I just realized I would have had to say the words selfie culture out loud, and then I just did twice, and now I'm ashamed of myself. That's what I do. Every time I get upset at myself when I'm not doing so great, and whatever's in the way just kind of gets tossed to the side. Doesn't really matter what it is. I love these guys who are just kind of marching along. They're like, yeah, fists up in the air because we're young and we're motivated. I'm really passionate and proud to be walking aside my fellow young Americans to support this intentionally incredibly vague and non-specific cause of blandness and peace and just kind of general feel-goodness that's meant to appeal to my generation and an incredibly crass corporate attempt to manipulate my emotions into buying more Pepsi. I can support that. I can really get behind it. America! Okay, was this in Nashville? Because everybody in Nashville thinks they're a musician. I can say that because I lived there for 8 years. It's just true. I love how many of these people are just kind of vaguely waving their fists around. It's like they're just happy to be here. Hey, thanks for not kicking me out, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me be here. Kendall Jenner's like, I am so enamored with this incredible cause. Peace signs all around. I am a part of this. I love how the idea behind this is that Kendall Jenner is like swept up in the moment, swept up in the spirit of this movement. And this movement like basically just boils down to like, peace signs, yo. Oh my gosh, it speaks to me. I have to take part. I have to get active. And drink a Pepsi. Oh, it's the popo. That's the popo. Did you just fist bump that dude with a Pepsi can? Isn't that like a sign? It's like a sign of disrespect. It's like you wouldn't even bother to switch hands with the Pepsi can to just give a fist bump. You gotta kind of lightly tap him with the Pepsi can. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna mess with my drink to say hi to you. I'm just gonna kind of, just bump. Like, there you go. Doesn't he? Oh my gosh, she's so brave. So brave. And this is the moment that everybody gets really upset about, because basically, with everything going on in America and a lot of the world right now, there's so much protesting, there's so many causes flying around, everybody's really upset, and everybody felt like this moment right here was just absolutely ridiculous. Like they thought that it was completely inappropriate. It was like minimizing the importance of the protests and minimizing the importance of this activism, and it's basically saying like, hey, we can get along, just share a Pepsi, it'll all be okay. As long as it's Pepsi. We're gonna make America Pepsi again. All social injustices, real and perceived, can be resolved by the swig of a little Pepsi Max. What I'm about to do. So that was the Pepsi commercial everybody was in a twist about for a little bit. And I gotta say, Why? Now, don't get me wrong, it is completely stupid. It's exactly the sort of tone-deaf pandering that companies do all the time. Hey, fellow millennials, you guys sure are upset at the system. The biggest irony of this to me is that this is coming hot off the heels of like an enormous advertising scandal that has to do with YouTube. And it's all these advertising companies getting all upset and being like, oh no, our ads are showing up on all this offensive content. You have advertisers who have to pull ads all the time. You've got tone-deaf advertisements that are just terrible, completely just blow up in the company's faces, and those things blow over after just a minute. Pepsi's gonna be fine. You know you're gonna pop open a Pepsi Max at some point in the next few years, and you're not gonna even think about this ad, or if you do, you're gonna go, because that's just how life goes. But you know, guys, this Pepsi commercial, it's changed my outlook on life. I'm not the same person anymore. I don't want to sit in this chair and complain about stuff that doesn't matter anymore. I want to sit in this chair and go, whoa, peace, guys. So long, social injustice. Can't handle my peace signs or my Pepsi. I think this Pepsi commercial has been misjudged. I think it's a brilliant message. I think it is powerful. It is meaningful. You know, it's like that great speech by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream that people will drink Pepsi all the time. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do to drink Pepsi Max. Whoa, guys, LOL, emojis. An ill-fated attempt to market to my generation is what made Sir Patrick Stewart, a man knighted by the Queen to play the poop emoji in Emoji Movie. Peace signs, everybody. Take that, social injustice. Just snort down a Pepsi. Just snort it right out. Snort it. Snort that Pepsi. Got a little heated on this one. Little steamy. It just blows my mind. It just the hypocrisy. Just how all these companies act like it's the worst thing in the world when content on a website intentionally designed to allow anybody to do anything has advertisements on it that they wish were not on there. But these companies are more than capable of screwing themselves over without anybody's help. I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Except drink more Pepsi. Pepsi Max is the Pepsi Max household now. If you like this video, you'll probably like other videos that I made. So watch them. I can't get over this part. I can't get over this part of the video. It's like, literally the most vague cause we could possibly be supporting. That's what we're doing. Tokenism is great.